I have 3 years of experience in developing Salesforce logics for business, and I have also worked on sales, service, commerce, and health clouds. I'm so excited to share the FSL knowledge to you all. Let's get started.
So today's topic is FSL. We'll discuss what is FSL and FSL settings in this presentation. So today's agenda is overview of FSL, features and usage, work orders and service appointments, resources and territories, and finally let's see the installation. So overview of FSL. What is FSL? FSL is the Salesforce product, which is the extension of Service Cloud. It provides on-site services. So we all know about the Service Cloud. A case will be created and assigned to someone, and that person will take the case and work on it. Similarly, in FSL also, a work order will be created for the customer, and it will be assigned to someone. And that person will directly go to that place and complete the work. So this is called on-site services. It will be easy to interact with customers and also it saves time. The best example for FSL is cable installation. It will be explained by Sam.
Uh, Thanks, Yoga. So, as a PPT says, one example of field service is cable installation. Let me first tell you a story to help you understand what field service is all about. So, 10 to 15 years ago, in order to watch a movie, one had to go to local theater, wait in a line, and pay for tickets. In order to avoid the crowds and discomfort of other people, the concept for ticket booking apps was developed, and it works well for situations involving booking traveling tickets as well for bus, train, and airplane. So in this case, on movie tickets, the user selects the movie and their seats, and they are able to make payments through online, right? So therefore, the user doesn't need to search everywhere for what he needs because he can easily fulfill his needs by using these kinds of applications. So this talks about how we can achieve something as a user just by sitting in the same place and not going to the field wherever we want. So, as the name itself says, field service is providing a service to any kind of field works. In a similar situation, I will explain it briefly. So what would you do if your TV was not working? So, you need a qualified technician to fix your TV. So, you could search for a technician in your area on Google, or you can ask your neighbors for one. Then you will give him a call if he was busy, or what if he lived far away from your city. You would have to find another technician now, and you have to figure it out, another way to solve it, right? So to overcome all these kinds of situations and to help customers easily, the Salesforce developers decided to create a useful package that allows users, to find technicians who can work in any field type of work, like helping in contacting the appropriate person to inquire about availability in the customer's area, and many other alternative ways to meet the customer's needs. I hope you get some idea about it now. A few examples are like RO installation, TV dish installation, and LAN cable installation. So all these are some examples of it. So don't worry. Today we are going to show you how we can satisfy a customer's need by providing a service to their requirement with the demo. Over to you, Yoga.
Yeah, let's see the features of FSL. The work order is referred as job here. So the jobs can be automatically scheduled based on the customer and service resource availability. It can also be scheduled based on resource knowledge and skills. There's a Gantt chart and map view here, which plays a major role. Let's see that in demo. Uh, Now we'll see the FSL key planners. So this is the important part of FSL. There are four roles in FSL: admin, agent, dispatcher, and a technician. Role of admin. They will set up the field service based on the requirements and also installs the FSL package. So all the basic settings will be done by admin. That is the user setting, permission setting, creation of necessary records, either by mass upload or directly by phone call. And next, coming to agent, uh, they take a customer calls. That is, the customer will call the agent and tell their needs. Now, the agent will create the work order based on the requirements. They will also create service appointment for each work order based on the time slots available. And those appointment is going to be worked by the technician. It is another key planner. And then coming to dispatcher. They'll manage the service appointment. There's a separate console for dispatcher to schedule, optimize, and dispatch. So the dispatcher will schedule these appointments based on the resource skill and availability. There's a separate object called skills. So based on that, dispatcher will schedule the appointments. So this is the dispatcher console is the main console, and most of the work is done here. So finally, coming to technician, they'll manage the service appointments and close the work orders, track the parts they have used. So for example, if it is a cable installation, they would have used the cable wire tools, etc. Right? So they will create work order line item and assets for the particular appointment, and the quantity of products used, everything will be captured in this work order line item. So I said admin will set up the application and creation of necessary record. Then service agent will interact with the customer, then create a work order, and finally create the appointments to work. Then the dispatcher will take these appointments and schedule the appointments to necessary resources. Then the field agent will manage the jobs from the mobile itself. There's an app called as field service. So from this app, this technician will update the status, whether they have completed the work or if they have any issues, they will update here itself. So work order, it's up to Sam.
Yeah, thanks, Yuka. So right now we are in work order. Work order. Can you guys please mute? Thank you. So work order are a list of tasks that needs to be done for our clients, and they are the key component of Salesforce field service operation here. And one more thing is work order line item. So this work order line item are smaller tasks that are part of work order, similarly to how the process is carried out, such as tracking the work by dividing the entire task into multiple portions. In an easy way, we can say it like dividing up all the labor into task. So for example, to build a LAN connection, we must locate the ideal location first, and then we have to take care the necessary parts, and then collecting all the cable connections and setting up routers. So these small tasks are the work order line item. Hope you guys get some idea about this work order and work order line item. And let me tell you another example. So just consider Akash, a college student in Chennai, wants to install a LAN connection in his home. So he calls our agency to arrange for this. And the agent, Yoga have been showed about the roles in the previous slides. So the agent is the one who will attend all the call from the customer. So he attends a call and gets all the information he needs, including Akash, address, location, bandwidth, like that. So now the agent from our agency will create the work order for Akash, and he will create a service appointment for Akash over the phone by checking his availability. Now closely look into this flow. As I said, just for example, if I am the agent of our agency and Akash is on the phone, so I will get all the information from him and I will create a work order. So once the work order has been created, I will check Akash availability to schedule an appointment. So here the appointment, the one which we are scheduling is called a service appointment. So this service appointment will contains all the necessary information about Akash requirement, as well as the person who is going to work on this appointment. So the person who is going to work on this appointment are the technicians. Technically, we call them as technicians, and here we will call it as service resources. So what happens once the work order has been created? As the agent, I will create this service appointment. And once the service appointment has been created, I will assign the service appointment to the, I mean, I have to assign the service appointment to the respective technician who is having the ability, who is having the required skills to fulfill the Akash needs. So likewise, once the technician got assigned with this appointment, he will start working on his work. So while he's doing the work on the Akash requirement, obviously, if he needs some other tools or if he needs some other instruments to fulfill it work, he can able to raise a record in the FSL side. So usually we will have dispatcher. So they will monitor all these things, like to whom the appointment have been assigned and who is working on the customer's work, and what are the instruments or what are the needs they are expecting from their side. So the dispatcher usually fulfill it. So once the job is finished, we will get some review from the customer. So this is how the complete flow moves. We can monitor all of the information, including the how the work is assigned to the appropriate technician, how long he works, what tools he brought for the job, and how the customer is satisfied after the work finished. So these all things will be will be tracked. That's the thing here. Next slide, please, Yoga. So the service appointment, as I said, agent will create service appointment for the customer and will assign it to the respective technician. So this service appointment are simply a way to confirm a job on a particular date with the customer over the phone, right? So as I said before, the agent once he will create a service appointment record, work order, and it assigned to the specific technician simply by verifying the technician skills match and the skill the customer required. So once all these things are done, we will check whether the technician is available on a particular date or not, because obviously he will have some other works, so he can apply for PTOs or he can apply for any vacation leaves. We can track the technician's absence record also here. So considering all these things, what we will do before we are appointing appointment to a technician, as a dispatcher as well as agent, I have to take care of all of these things. And next slide, please. So here you can see these are the objects that we usually use in FSL, like service appointment, service territory, work type, work order line items. So this is how the entire objects will be interconnected with each other. So the service appointment, I said like this is the appointment record which is going to be assigned for a technician. And before we are assigning the service appointment to the technician, we have to know whether the technician is from the same territory, which is the same area of the customer, so that they can easily attend the customer and they can fulfill it, the work. So the service territory is all about the area of the agency that we are working, and this work type is all about what kind of work that we are providing as an agency. So for an example, if I'm a solar panel installation agency, so I will provide solar panels. If I'm a LAN cable installation agency, I will provide LAN cables and all those things. So those will be tracked here as a work type record. And about account and contact, so those are the customers that we are storing as a record here in this. And this work order line item is like, first I said the agent will create the work order, and in case if we are having multiple works for that work order, then we will track those work order like small pieces of the work as a work order line item. So next slide, please. Yeah,
Yeah.
over to Yoga.
Now, coming to service resources, who performs the work? Service resources are the technicians who will be working on the appointments, and the individual technicians can be assigned to each service appointment. And we can also assign the job to the service crews. Service crews are nothing but the group of service resource. We can create one leader, and we can have some other technicians under them. So now coming to resource skills. Yeah, resource skills are based on the level of experience and the certifications if they have done. And there's an object called service territories, that is in which territories the services are available based on the time zone. Then field service and dispatcher. As I already said, dispatcher console is the main working space for dispatcher, and it has Gantt chart and map view to easily track the resource availability. The technicians will directly update the status in the Gantt chart itself. And what's included in field service? Core features, manage package, mobile app, field service APIs, and developer resource. We can also use some triggers or whatever based on our business requirements. So coming to installation, uh, so before installing this field service package, there is an option called field service lightning in from the setup. We have to enable it first. Then we have to install the package from App Exchange. So while installing the package, you will have two apps installed with it. One is field service admin and field service. Field service admin is the admin view, and field service is the dispatcher console. So this is the option. I said we have to enable this field service lightning option. Then steps to install. So download the field service package and select install for admins only. And create permission sets to access FSL. Then create users, service resource and territories. We have to assign the permission set to the users based on the role. Only if the role is having the specific permission set, it will act accordingly. For example, dispatcher is having a dispatcher permission set, mobile user and technicians having a mobile permission set, and so on. Um, so you can create the service territory and the service resources, everything from the guided setup also. So this is another way of creating the records. And this is the dispatcher console, which is the main console. I already said. So here only we have to track all the technicians' status and all. Yeah, let's go to the demo now. So, actually, Salesforce have provided a practice dev org. It already gave us some sample records and the package install. So, for demo purpose, I'm using this practice dev org itself. So, it has this James Martin, all the records already created. So, I'll just show this one. Yeah. While creating the user, you have to enable these two checkboxes. One is knowledge user and service cloud user. So that this will work as FSL user since it is a service cloud product. So coming to permission sets, while you install this package, you will have a create permission option here. So by inbuilt, it will give you these permission sets. While installing, you will have these permission sets. So since I have already created, it is showing like this. Initially, it will show create permission button. So you have to click that button in all these permission sets. Then let me create work types. So work types is nothing but what kind of work the customer is going to give. If the customer wants installation or maintenance or repair kind of work, we can select from here itself. So for now, I'm creating a new record. So we can have it as LAN connection. Estimated duration, I'm giving 5 hours. Send the record. So I've created one work type. So this work type will be mapped with the work order. So now uh, let me create operating hours. So operating hours nothing but how long this user or this territory will be available. So there are some default operating hours which is base calendar, old appointments calendar and all. For my requirement, I'm creating a new calendar. It has Chennai 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and time zone as Asia Kolkata. Yeah, I've created one operating hours. So after creating operating hours, we have to create time slots for each and every day. Um, so in Chennai, the results will be available from Monday to Saturday. I'm going to create for all the 6 days except Sunday. Sunday will be week off. So for Monday, I'm giving 9 to 9, 9 a.m. to 9. I've created slot for Monday. I'm cloning this record for all the other weekdays. Then for Wednesday and Thursday, Friday. For Saturday, I'm giving off a day. Can have till 3 p.m. Now we have created time slots. So while dispatcher is trying to schedule the jobs in this particular territory, he or she have to check the time slots whenever they are available. So next, coming to territories, I'm creating a territory for Chennai. Waiting us Chennai 9 a.m. to Nick. You have to make it as active, only then it will be available to schedule. So I created a service territory. Now coming to service resource. Once we created service resource, we can't able to delete it. And one more thing is, only one user can be assigned only once. You can't assign the same user to other user also. So this is a practice DevOps, right? So we have only two license. So I could not able to create more users of. For demo purpose, I'll show one of the record which is already created. This is a this is one service resource. We can use Mr. Cableman. Yeah, this is active, and this is a technician user. And for this service resource, you can also create skills or whatever needed. So these are these absence and all you will be creating from the um, field service view. Yeah. Now work orders and field service will be explained by Sam.
Thanks, Yoga. Let me share my screen team. Uh, I hope you all can able to see my screen now. Okay. So right now, I'm an agent of our agency. So our agency will provide LAN connection. So right now I'm an agent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a work order for Akash. So Akash is in call with me. So I'm going to create a work order for Akash. So let me. So this is the same arc which Yoga explained you. So let me click this new. So I got a question from Magesh, I guess. So what's the difference between work order and work type? Let me quickly explain it. So just an example, we are agency and we are good to provide three kinds of assistance like LAN installation, solar panel installation, and RO water installation. So we are having three kinds of jobs here. So we usually provide customers these three types of assistance. So these three things are the work types. So what kind of works we are able to give as an agency. So that is called work type. So we will publish about our agency, and just for example, if someone is having any need to install any LAN connection or RO water installation in their home, they will call us. So as the agent of our agency, they will pick the call and they will create a work order. So this work order will contains the information what the customer is expecting to be installed in his home. Like if he wants to install RO water, we will create a work order as this guy needs an RO installation in his home. So that's a complete difference. So work order and work type is similar, but that the work order will clearly explains what kind of work that the customer is expecting from us to do. Did you get that, Magesh?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay, cool. So let me create a new one here. So now I'm going to, as I said in the
And
example, I
sir,
talked.
this Shantanu, I have one question.
Mm,
So while you were actually describing that relationship diagram in the PPT, you
mm,
mentioned that that the service appointment is having a parent ID. I believe that parent ID is connected with the work order, right?
yeah, yeah.
And And parallelly, the work order line item also connected with the work order, which is
Yep.
also a child of work order, correct? So
Yeah,
is there
that's
any
right.
relation between the work item and the service appointment object? Because and so I mean, so in that relationship, like service resources as well, right? So the service resources would have actually should be aligned or assigned to those work order line item, correct?
Yeah,
So
of
is
course.
there any relationship that is one question? And one other question is that like Yoga Lakshmi actually was explaining that like only one service resources will be allocated for a particular work order, right? Is it a work
Not like
order or like
no, not like that. So, as we are using, let me answer the second question first. So, as we are
hmm,
using practicing or, we are not supposed to delete any service resources which have been created. That's the first thing. And second
okay?
one, if, as per the limitations, we are supposed to use Salesforce license to create two users in the practicing hour. So, once you are assigning a user with necessary permission set assigned to that guy, and if you are assigning that user to a service resources, then you are not supposed to assign the same user who is currently active to another service resource. Let me show you that. As of now, here you can see this cable man. He is a service resource. I have assigned him. Jacinda Silva is a user, and currently is active now. So if I try to create a new service resource, let's name it as Sam here. So he's a technician. Likewise, in resource type we can able to figure it out what or who is the person and what kind of role he can perform. So right now he's a technician for me, so I will choose it as technician. And so in this user, if I try to give Jacinda, who have been already assigned to Mr. Cableman, and I'm making this checkbox true to make it as active. If I try to save this,
Mhm.
you will get an error. A service resource of this type already exists for this user. So you can't able to map the same user for the service resource which have been already assigned. But what you can do is like you can change the service resource type. Like if I try to change it as screw or something like that, if I try to save it, you will get
Mhm.
another like different service type resources that cannot be assigned to any of this technician, dispatcher, or agent use. As per the limitation, you are supposed to map only the user who is active to only one service resource. Does that answer your question?
Okay. Okay. So it means like someone is already occupied with that work order. I mean,
Mhm.
someone is in the service resources.
Uh,
They should not be actually allocated to agent for another work order, right? Something like
yeah.
that.
Actually, we are using practicing org, so that's why we are having limitations. But in real
Hmm.
sandbox, I guess obviously we will have more permission to create more users. So according to that, we can create more service resources and we can allocate the different users for those service resources.
Hmm. And any relationship with any case object with work order or something like that? Is there any concept of case like raising cases as well?
As of now, in Sales Cloud, obviously we will have that logic, right? We will raise a case and from that we will convert it. Those kinds of will be there. But here,
Hmm.
as per the trial and knowledge, what we have learned is, usually the agent will attend the calls from the customer and the agent will create work order for them and they will create a service appointment for them and they will assign to the specific technician, depends upon the requirement they are expecting.
Yeah, because
So
work
basically it
order
will be
is like
over the
I
phone.
believe like it's doing a similar activity which case can does as well, right? I mean,
Of course,
like we
yeah,
can
yeah.
create a sub case and yeah, so
Mm.
okay. And
But
any I
the
mean,
one thing, yeah, I can understand. The one thing here in FSL, the specific thing is you can able to track who is working on that particular work and how long he takes and what are the things that he does on doing his work. So you can able to track all these things in a simplified way. So that's the most important thing when it comes to FSL.
but like
Uh,
tracking in the sense like which object it should track. I mean, yeah, this
I will show you
the
that.
line item should be completed or something like that. By which you can track.
Uh, yeah, we can create work order line item for works. I will show you that one by one. So first, let me
Yes.
create one work order here. So as of I said, like, we have provide many as an agency, we will provide different kinds of assistance to the customers. So for this example, let me choose LAN connection, which have been created by Yoga in the demo. So, and the service territory, yeah. So as I said, right now I'm doing this demo for Akash, who is living in Chennai, who asked us to install a LAN in his home. So for that reason, I choose work type as LAN connection, and I'm choosing the service territory as Chennai. So even though here you can see we will have many service territories, because what if our agency is having they can be perform in many regions. They can provide different kind of assistance to different regions, right? So as of now, as per the demo for Akash, I'm choosing Chennai as a territory here. And this is a new. So I'm keeping the status as new, and we can figure it out what kind of priority we need to do, because depends upon the customer's requirement. So let me keep it as low here. And first, before while I was in the call, I have to create account record for Akash. So I have already created it. So let me map this here. So this Akash record will contain address and
install பண்ணல and workspace work பண்ணி பார்க்கறாங்க. Very good, Rami.
can you guys please thank you. So here you can see, as I know, this LAN connection requires some cable wires and all.
இதுல அப்பாச்சி ஆன்ட்டுக்கு இது ஒரு எங்க இது
Sneha, can you please go on?
Thank you. So here you can see, while I was in the call with Akash, I know he is expecting to install LAN connection in his home. So I know that the LAN connection thing will need some cable wires and all. So this is nothing but this is a separate object where we can able to create as a prior step. Yeah, it's an asset object. So where we can able to create. Yeah, it's asset object. So where we can able to create records depends upon the assistance that our agency is giving to the customers. So if I am having solar panel agency, so I will create asset records related to those solar panel things, right? So likewise, I'm giving LAN connection. So I have created a asset record as cable wires. So I'm mapping it here. So once this is done, we can just simply save this. So as of now, I have created a work order for Akash. So now I have to check his availability to book an appointment, so that our agency will assign this to the respective technician, and so that the technician can go to the customer's place and they can start their work. So for that, you can simply click this book appointment in the feed. It will take some time. So here you can see, I have created a work order. So now I have to book an appointment for Akash. So for that, I'm creating a new service appointment here. And the work order will be automatically mapped here as LAN connection. So now I can ask Akash whether you are able to available on these particular days. So if Akash says he will be available today and tomorrow, so let me keep the earliest start permitted as June 6, and I will keep the due date as 7. So now I have to enter location of Akash. I can pin the location directly from here, or else if I don't want, I can simply type it as Chennai. So I have to choose a territory, as I know Akash in Chennai, so I will choose this. So this territory record, if you look into this, this will contain the operating hours as well as the service resource who are available in this particular territory. So by considering these two things, we will get to know, okay, fine. In Chennai, we will have 3 or 4 technicians, and they will work up to working hours like Monday to Saturday, so that I can check whether Akash will be available in between these days. If everything looks good, then I can make an appointment for Akash. So let me choose this territory as Chennai, and I will click get appointments. So now this will show you some, 1 second. Before that, I need to map one thing here. Sorry, team. So service resource here. First, as I said, we have to map specific resources or technicians under a specific territory. So I forgot to add Mr. Cableman under this Chennai service territory record. So that's why I didn't get any available dates for Akash to get an appointment. So now I will add this resource, which is Mr. Cableman, to the Chennai territory. So for that,
Just another question related with these service resources, Sam. So
yeah.
let's suppose like few of the cases like we may require like multiple agents, right? More than one agent. So is there any? I mean, since we are talking about one resources at one single work order line item or whatever may be. So is there any concept of assigning multiple resources? I mean, kind of a team, right? I mean, like let's suppose like you work for an I work for an Samsung AC installation, right? So to install an AC, an agent like multiple agent might be required, like to visit the customer home, and they require multiple agents. So in that case, how that entire work order will be managed?
That's a really good question. So, here you can see one more object is here that is related to the service resource. Just for an example, if I'm the leader of cable installation team, so obviously I will have 4 helper persons, right? So what I can do, I can call it them as a crew. So I can create a crew record here. So that will contain 4 helpers. So when you are looking into the appointment, or when you are looking into service resource of a particular resource, you will get to know, okay, this is the person who is the leader, and he is having a certain helpers, and they I mean they completely they are the crew. So what I will do, I know that for installation obviously it will take around 4 to 5 people. So what I will do, I will assign this resource, because he is having a crew which contains 4 to 5 persons, and they are able to complete the work. So what if I'm having another work that requires only one person to complete? So at the time I will assign only a single resource who is not even having any crews, right? So it depends upon the person and depends upon the work which the customer have requested us.
Right.
Got it?
And helper is a standard object, or like we need to create an
No, it's not.
object and relate with that?
Sorry, helper in the sense we will create. I'll show you that. So
Service
we click
crew.
this
Okay,
new.
okay.
Yeah. So likewise, we can able to create multiple crews under this service resource. So you can see here I have mapped service resource as a parent record for this service crew object. So if I need, I have one service crew record here. I can map this person who is the helper for Mr. Cableman. Did you get that? So
Right,
likewise.
I got it.
Yeah, and here I can choose, like, he, whether just for example, he was working for some other person, and due to some reason his leader left out the agency, so he's alone now. So what I can do, I can map this test crew person to this service resource person, because they know, they can both work together in the same job. So considering that, I can map it as like he's joining in this team on today, like that. It's on June 6th. So if I save this, here you can see whether I can make him as a leader or not. So I can able to choose that. So as of now, I'm going to keep this service crew as a helper for this person. So I will left it as unchecked here, and I will save this.
And if in case this service crew is associated as a service resource for any other work order, then it will throw an error, right?
Yeah, of course. You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
two more questions actually I have.
yeah.
Just
Please.
before then you can continue. So coming back to the first question, what I was asking, whether is there any relationship or established between that service order, I mean service resources and the work order line item, because I was closely looking in that PPT. You were saying that the service appointment parent is work order, whereas work order line item is so parent is work order, right? But is there a relationship between the service appointment and work order line item, or maybe service resources in that regard? So would that be
I can say one thing is, so this service resource, service territory, and service appointment, all these things comes under this work order. So if you click a work order, you will get to know to whom this work order have been assigned, and the person who is working in any territory, that can also be able to see in this place. I mean this work order
no,
related tab.
suppose I am a service resource and
Okay.
you have allocated me work order line item 1 and I finish that task. Okay. And
Okay.
that got like, so how that relationship will be like established in that
Actually, the
regard? So
work order line item will be in work order. You can see in the related. So here you can see if I need, so this LAN installation will take 2 to 3 jobs. Then I can split the complete work into 2 jobs, and I create a work order line item here. So what I will do, so here you can see, here I can able to see the service appointment allocated for this work order, and what are the work line items have been assigned for this work order. And just by clicking this service appointments, As of now, there is no service appointment for allocated team. So let me quickly open anyone here.
Yeah, I got it. So you mean to say like through the service appointment, I can manage those line item, right?
Yeah,
That
yes,
is how
you're right.
that relationship is getting established. Okay.
Of course, yeah.
And one more question. Let's suppose like I'm a customer. Like, can we give something kind of a community portal to the customer? Let's suppose I'm a Samsung customer and I'm trying to like fix my issues with my air conditioner and I'm raising a ticket or maybe case. Can it be exposed to the community portal and through them the rest of these entire activity can be processed in Salesforce? Is it something can happen? I mean,
Actually, I haven't tried that yet, but as of my knowledge, what will happen is like obviously we will reach out to the agency anyhow through phone or through mail or through any case tickets, something like that. So the agency will will redirect these things to the agent, and the agent will make a call to you, or they will try to connect. They will try to contact with you through email or something like that. So once they contacted with you, they will create a work order. So they will
yeah,
store
because
the
this entire activity is driven by the agent, right? Whatever you're
yeah, of
showing,
course, the agent
this
will take
entire
care of all
activity
these things.
in Salesforce. Yeah, but
Agent is nothing. So,
there is a
sorry.
no. I'm saying that this entire activity are driven by the agent. I can figure it out, okay? Because whatever this work order, line items, service appointment services are created by agent, and then they're allocating those subsequent activities to that. But before that, whenever an issue comes, right, the customer needs to raise that ticket, right? So can it be like done from the community cloud or experience cloud as well, through where they will receive a case, and after that they will do these processes. Can this be done?
I'm not sure. I
You got my
think
question, right? I'm just
yeah,
you
I got
understood.
your question. Yeah, I got your question, but I haven't tried that yet, and I'm not having that much knowledge on this whether
Yeah,
it
no
can be
problem.
done or not.
No
So
problem. Yeah, I just wanted to see like you have seen it or not and something like that.
maybe I'm not sure, but
No, that's fine.
yeah.
Because I think like these are the tasks or entire process are should be done by the agent. But
Yeah.
to receive a request to by agent, customer should raise that issue to the agent, right? So
I think what we
that's
can do
what.
is like we can create an API call or something like that to integrate the thing, how we are raising the ticket, so that we can directly create a work order here. So without any agent or something like
That
that.
also can be done. Yeah.
Yeah, that can help your question, I guess. So if we are trying to integrate something with that, so obviously you will raise your ticket from any point. So that will create a work order here through an automation, something like that. So I think we can able to do that, but I'm not sure. But I was thinking that could be a way to fix this. I
Okay.
mean, to create this.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So getting back to work order. So here, I have created a work order as an agent. Now I have to book appointment for Akash. So I have allocated the service territory for this service resource, which is I have allocated Chennai. I mean, sorry, I have allocated the Mr. Cableman to the Chennai territory. So now if I click get appointments, I hope now I will get the appointments here. Oh my God.
Sam, try to use any other operating.
One second,
Data.
it should not be Chennai. One second. Let me quickly check that. It's on Chennai to location. I think I haven't allocated here. That's a problem. So in service territory, let me open Chennai. In the tab, I will add Mr. Cableman to this Chennai territory. I'll make him as a primary resource for here in the territory type. So he is just for example, he is working in this territory, and yeah, from November 2023. Let me save this. Now I'm going to book an appointment for Akash with the Chennai location here. You can see. So yeah, right now we in Chennai, we are having only one technician, and that technician is having operating hours from Monday to Saturday. So the earliest permitted date is 6, which is Thursday, and the due date is 7, which is tomorrow. So that Akash said like he will be available today and tomorrow. So if now I get appointments, oh my God. Just give me a minute, team. So we are having time slots 9 to 9 a.m. Service resource, Mr. Cableman. Service appointment is not service date is there. Operating hours 9 to 9. Yeah.
Try changing the date, Sam.
I have tried that, but it's let me change the location.
Okay,
So,
sure.
we have customer Chennai. So sorry, team, I'm taking too much time. Actually, how should it be like? So once the appointment have been um, confirmed to Akash, so that's it. That it. Then agent work has been done here. So after that, what we'll do is like we'll as a dispatcher from the same agency, they will track all the assigned appointments for that particular service resource who have been allocated in that territory. So I have already assigned one appointment for Mr. Cableman, I guess. Let me check that whether it is here or not. So this is the Gantt chart where you can able to see a complete overview of the work and the territory and the person who is assigned for that work, and if he is in absent or if he is in any vacation or something like that. So we can able to see all those things here. So this is a overview of to see to monitor all the things, and basically dispatcher from the agency will take care of all these things. So I think due to some issues, appointment have not been assigned for Mr. Cableman, but you can able to see the appointment here, and if they are having any test group member from which state to which state, those things will be tracked here. And here we will have some filter conditions where you can able to check the skills. We can filter it like that. So the resource and the type of it and the cruise and the hour, like how much they can able to work in a week, and these are the utilization like whether they got appointments or if they are in absence. So you can use these things to check the overview of the resource as well as the work that have been assigned to them. and here you can specify the territories. So just by checking, as I said, like what if your agency is having multiple organizations in different regions? So obviously you'll have multiple territories. So you can able to track all the things which are taking place in different territories using the single Gantt overview here. So just by clicking all the checkbox, it will take some time to refresh. And here you can see, as of now, I have Lama Smith and Los Martin in Los Angeles region, and Cableman in Chennai region. So likewise, you can able to get an overview of them. And this utilization is nothing but you know show you that. So here you can see you can keep like 14 or how many days you have to track them, like in a 2 weeks or in a month. So you can able to give that. So depending upon that, depending on the days that you are giving them there, it will calculate a percentage of how long a person can able to work for those 2 weeks or for a month. So like this, you can able to take care of it. That's it for this work.
So let me explain the guided setup. So there's one more option called guided setup here. So it's the last one. Yeah. From here also you can create service appointments and territories and all. So you have to go to field service settings, getting started, and here you have to click guided setup. It's taking time. Yeah, this is the guided setup. So here you have a create service territory, service resource, everything. You can directly create here itself. It will be easy for you to create. If you have many records at a time, you can use these options. Scheduling policies, everything you can create here itself. And also all the settings we saw right in field service tab, which Sam explained, that the policy scheduling and all, it will be managed from this global actions, the sharing. We have to make some changes here according to your business needs. So rather than creating from here, it will be easy for you to create from this guided setup. So in FSL, this guided setup is available. Yeah.
One more, yeah. Sorry to interrupt. One more question from Sanjeev. What is the difference between work type and skills? So the work type that shows what kind of assistance you can give from your agency. Like as I said, if you are an RO installation agency, you can keep it as your work type. And the skills is all about like that is for the resource. I mean the service resource who are having. So just for example, a person who can able to install RO as well as solar panels. So that depends upon that person. So that comes as the skill of that particular service resource. And another question is like, what is it? What is it? Is this Gantt chart standard or customized developed in JavaScript? Actually, um, I would like to, if you like to learn more about field service, we have already created trial mix. The link will be updated in the LinkedIn's post comment section, so you can make use of it. So while you're going through the trial hit, you will create a dev var and you will install a package. So while you are installing the FSL package, you will get to use all the things that have been created from the Salesforce side. So this Gantt chart is basically a standard thing which have been created from Salesforce developers. So you can able to utilize it and you can able to make use of it. And in this, there are a lot more things in this Gantt map. There are different kinds of working rules and policies are there. So you can able to play around with it so that